Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Make Time Book Club. My name is Natasha Tynes, and today I'm gonna be talking about a book that I'd like to call a gem of a book. It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. So, the reason I'm actually calling it a gem of a book is because this book has simply improved my life and changed my life to the best. How? Well, it taught me simple tactics that helped me stick with the small habits that will eventually compound, creating the impact that I desire in my life. So, for example, thanks to the tactics that Clear mentioned in his books, I'm now exercising every day. So, one of the most powerful tactics in his book is that he highlights in his book is understanding the math, understanding how the math of how small changes work. So, for example, Clear says if you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you will end up 37 times better by the time you're done. This really resonated with me. All you need is 1% better every day. So, and at the same time, if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you will decline down to zero. So, what starts as a small win or even a setback accumulates into something much, much more. Another idea that he proposes is that we need to forget about the goals and focus on systems instead. So, goals are about the results that you want to achieve, but systems are about the process that lead you to those results. So, and he says a handful of problems can arise when you spend too much time thinking about your goals and actually not enough time designing the systems for these goals. So I'll give you an example of my life. I kept telling myself I need to create a YouTube channel. This is one of my goals for this year. The goal, but really it took me a while to actually focus on the system. So I started focusing on the system, which is what kind of equipment do I need? Where do I shoot the video? What time? What is actually the theme of my YouTube channel? And from the beginning, I should have focused on the system itself, not the concept in general. The purpose of setting goals, he says, is to win the game, while the purpose of building systems is to continue playing the game. Another eliminating idea is that the true behavior change is identity change. So you might start a habit because of motivation, but the only reason you'll stick with one is that it becomes part of who you are. This really resonated with me. So the goal is not to read a book. The goal is to become a reader. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. The goal is not to learn an instrument. The goal is to become a musician. So, so now this leads us to the $1 million question, which is how do you create a good habit? So he proposes 4 rules of behavior change. First, make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. To make it obvious, there are 2 cues, time and location. Pair a new habit with a current habit. For example, I will exercise in the basement at 8 a.m. every day after I finish breakfast. This way you know exactly when that will happen, and you know the location, and there's a cue. It's like right after you finish breakfast you're gonna exercise. I mean, if that works for you. Make it attractive by offering yourself a reward. For example, You can say to yourself, I will check Facebook after I do like 10 burpees. I mean, that's of course if Facebook is your reward. Make it easy, and James clear that the idea is to make it as easy as possible. For example, if you want to exercise, set out your clothes the night before. For me, I make exercising as easy as possible because I invested in a number of exercise machine and online programs, and I just put everything in my basement, and I just quickly go and exercise, either in between meetings or early in the morning. And so the idea of me driving to the gym and coming back is really hard for me, because as a mom of 3 kids and a full-time job and side hustle, so just having the equipment at home really helped me and made the habit stick. One other example, let's say you want to eat healthy, so chop up a ton of fruit and vegetables on the weekends and pack them in containers. Make it satisfying. For example, if you want to save money by, let's say, skipping your morning latte, then open a bank account and label it for something you like. Let's say you want to save for a trip to Hawaii, so every time you skip your morning latte, just add $5 to your saving account. Finally, one thing that really stuck with me is how to recover when your habits break down. And there's one warning sign, and it is never miss habits twice. So let's say missing once is an accident, but missing twice is the start of a new habit. So for me is I try my best not to miss exercising twice in a row. So if I missed it, one day for whatever reason, whatever excuse I give myself, the next day or the next morning I would wake up, no, I can't do it. I've already missed it yesterday. If I miss it twice, then the whole system's gonna break down. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna allow myself only once. So, these are just lots of amazing tactics that really, really help me. And I think it's going to help anyone, in their life, if they want to create new habits, get rid of bad habits, and just stick with the good habits that will eventually improve their life. I would be definitely reading this book again and again, and I'm gonna be gifting it to many of my friends. And by the way, James Clear has a free newsletter with amazing insights. You can as well subscribe and get useful tips and advice. And I do that, and I love receiving his newsletter. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Make Time Book Club. If you really enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, share it with your friends, and feel free to leave comments in the comment section below. Take care. Bye.